It's Tuesday, September 1st, day 2 of the 2015 U.S. Open. Live from outside of Arthur Ashe Stadium, this is Beyond the Baseline, presented by Weston. Good evening, everyone. I'm Julie Alexandria alongside Tim Morehouse, and welcome to Beyond the Baseline. And it's day 2. Here we are, September 1st, day 2, and another great day of tennis.
Hello, Julie. Hello, everyone at home, and we're excited for day 2. Another great day of action. Federer cruising, of course. Isner, the top American player, advances to round 2. An exciting match with Woods. So much already happening here on day 2. It's incredible for you guys to be starting your evening out with us here on Beyond the Baseline.
That's right. So much happening. We're going to get you guys caught up with all of the day's play. We're going to give you the latest highlights in a little segment we like to call the changeover. Simona Halep defeats Marina Irakovic 6-2, 3-0. And here we have a bit of an upset. Lucy Fix upset by the unranked Alicia Sarenko 6-4, 6-1. Caroline Wozniacki, she knows what she's doing, defeats Jamie Loeb 6-2, 6-0. And for the men, John Isner, ranked number 13, defeats Jaziri 6-2, 6-3, 6-4. And Roger Federer, rolling, defeating Leonardo Mayer 6-1, 6-2, 6-2. He made quick work. Now, Tim, I know you got to catch a few of the matches today. What was your favorite?
You know, I got to check out Court 17, the American Woods, an amazing comeback. He was down 2-0, came all the way back. The crowd was energetic. It's what the U.S. Open is all about, especially in week 1. It's so awesome to see that go down, and it's just amazing to check it out live if you have a chance to do that.
Very cool. Well, speaking of checking out live, last night all of the stars were out to celebrate night 1. We saw so many people, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, we're talking about an all-access pass because we got to check out all of the celebs who came out. We got to see Rosie Perez, and we got to check out some of the guys from the New York Red Bulls. I
know, we had some fun last night to see, and of course my pick, Nadal, moving through. We got to sit there with Rosie. She's such a tennis fan. She's here every year out there cheering for it. And hey, we got to catch up with all the celebs who were out here last night on the blue carpet. Check it out.
This is my first opening night. I've been to the Open a couple of times before. I've never performed here, but I am very, very excited to be out here and to be able to watch a couple of great matches tonight with some friends. My brother's out here, he flew out.
I think it's wonderful to use the power of sport, and specifically tennis, to teach kids so many different skills, really life skills, not just on the court, but off the court.
We've got a long summer, and Labor Day is the last possible day. It could be the 7th. And sometimes you're going to come here toward the end of the matches next week, and at night it'll be very cool, you know. And people start out on a hot day like this, and then a week, 10 days from now, people will be wearing sweaters and jackets, and the fall is coming. And what I always love about the Open is the seasons change in the middle of the Open match, and you feel that most times. It's my favorite event in New York is the U.S. Open in September.
I'm here to support my girl, Serena Williams. I think everybody's here to support Serena tonight, and I'm just excited for such an amazing, amazing journey she's been on. I think she's been the lioness that we've all just been, you know, really, I think, getting a lot of our energy and inspiration from.
There's something so unique about being an athlete in New York. The excitement level, the history of sports in this area. And so I know that everybody gets enthusiastic the first day of the tournament here at the U.S. Open. I know the players are ecstatic. I'm sure the fans, they wait 365 days to get back to this day. So everyone's excited, and obviously with Serena chasing down such a prestigious record, that builds even more excitement.
So many celebs checking out the U.S. Open opening night, from Alex Baldwin to Katie Couric to Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time. And we're going to have so much more over the next 2 weeks. People come out in force for the U.S. Open.
Absolutely. And here at Beyond the Baseline, we are committed to bringing you guys the expert insight from the best minds in the game. And earlier today, Tim had a chance to catch up with former pro and New York's own James Blake. Check it out.
So James, what are your impressions so far of the U.S. Open and all the play?
You know, it's been great so far, and I love coming back now to watch, stress-free. I don't have to compete out there, and it's impressive for me to see how far the game's come in 2 years. It gets more and more physical. The athletes are just getting better and better.
And we're talking about Serena in a second, but I want to talk to you about the American men. So John Isner, some of the other guys, are any of them going to make a run? What do they need to do here at the Open to make a little noise?
Yeah, I think John Isner's always the best chance. He's #1 American. He has been for the last 3 years, and his serve is such that he can beat anyone on a given day. I think it's going to be tough for him given the heat. He's got to deal with the heat, and he's a big guy, so it takes a little more out of him. If he could get a couple easy matches early on, that could really do wonders for him, because he tends to struggle sometimes and have longer matches, and that could wear on him physically. But if he gets some easy matches, he's a guy that can go deep in any slam.
So it's week one. One of the cool things are all the different kinds of players you can check out. Who are some up-and-comers we should be checking out that maybe aren't on everyone's radar yet?
I think an interesting match today will be Francis Tiafoe. He's a kid that's 18 years old. He won Kalamazoo. He won the Nationals for the 18 and unders, and he's got a bright future, and he plays Victor Troicki, which he's been struggling a little lately, so it'll be interesting to see how the kid does. And not too many Kalamazoo champions have actually won around here, so it'd be a really great feat for him to do that.
Nice. And now Serena, of course, everyone's predicting her to go all the way. What are your thoughts on her so far?
Yeah, I'd predict the same. I mean, I think she's the best athlete out there on tour right now, and I think mentally she's the best too. So I think she's got that doesn't necessarily always mean you're going to win every match, but I think she's so focused, she's ready for here, and these conditions set up really well for her. The courts are kind of her favorite, and she grew up playing on hard courts, so I definitely like her chance to complete the
tournament. You mentioned you spoke to her a little bit earlier. Did she give you any insights to how she's feeling or anything?
She never gives insights like that, but
she's inside.
Yeah, she's always bubbly and happy and smiling when I see her, and she's having fun and enjoying it. And I know a lot of people will be so stressed and so nervous, but she's enjoying. She's embraced her role as a role model, as someone that's putting on historical performances every time she steps on the court, and she's aware of that, and she's dealing with that pressure better than anyone else can, I think.
And you mentioned the heat and John Isner, but everyone's got to deal with this heat at the U.S. Open. As someone who has played here numerous times in this heat, how do you deal with it? What are your tips for handling this weather?
It's just a ton of preparation. You drink a ton. You got to make sure to get your electrolytes in. You got to eat right. You got to make sure to have enough protein, and then once you're done, then you're not done with. When you're done with your match, you're not done with all your preparation for the next one, because you got to get your massage. You got to get in an ice bath. I remember tons of times taking ice baths here, and it's not fun. Not fun, but you got to do it. It makes the legs feel better, and just kind of everything you do, you got to make sure is perfect. You got to get enough sleep, but the hydration is really the big key in the heat.
And of course, you've played here so many years as the U.S.'s #1 player. What's your favorite memory from the U.S. Open?
My favorite memory is probably, for me, the first time I went on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Arthur Ashe was a role model of mine, someone who I looked up to. I think more people should look up to, and to have the stadium, the biggest stadium in the world, named after him, to me is always special. So just walking on that court for me would give me goosebumps every time I stepped on there.
And hey, it was so great to catch up with James Blake here. He is still so popular. He had a huge entourage, 4 people walking around with him, Julie. And you know, we got a little bit of a chance to talk about Marty Fish, who is playing his last U.S. Open. James sort of talking about the memories for him of playing in his own last U.S. Open, and how excited he is for Marty Fish and how much he must be going through right now. But one of the greats of the U.S. Open, James Blake.
Very cool, nice interview. And of course, you know, I'm sure James Blake can attest, being on the road is such a huge part of being a professional tennis player, or any athlete for that matter. I mean, it is an absolute grind, right? You can attest to that. Tell me, what did you do when you were on the road and trying to stay healthy? I mean, James Blake mentions the ice baths and obviously the protein and getting enough sleep, but what did you do? How did you cope with that schedule? Because that's tough.
I just kept thinking on his tips, how he was talking about massages and ice baths. I don't think that will work for the fans attending, but if you're a player. But you know, the road, honestly, it's all about the people you're with. You know, you got to be around good people. It makes the experience either miserable or amazing if you're around good people and you've got good roommates and good people traveling with you. And that matters for being healthy, too, that they're doing good habits. So that's so important for all these players as they travel around the world.
Absolutely. Well, the schedule can certainly be a grind as they're hopping from country to country, tournament to tournament. But aside from the time changes, let's just talk about the food. I'm sure they have to kind of deal with that as well. Well, we have talked to the top players to find out how they fare when they are on the road. So this is a segment that we call On the Road, presented by Weston.
we do travel all over the world, and taking care of your body is of the utmost importance. So for me, I know what's healthy and what's not, and I know I also, for being so big, I need to eat a lot. So I try to eat a lot of healthy foods. That's the most important thing. It's the name of the game. It's staying healthy. If I can stay healthy, everything else will take care of itself.
It is a big challenge for sure. When you are traveling, you really don't have the time which you want to spend in the supermarket and buying the foods and everything. So we are almost every night going to the restaurants, and we are just choosing the healthy food is there. And of course, the getting in shape, it's a lot of work, hard work, and then some treatments to still be healthy.
When you are traveling every week around the world, and you are practicing almost 3 hours every day, it's not that difficult being in a good shape physically, and then have a little bit of control of your diet. Normally it's not very difficult. We are in a good hotels that we can have the right food, and at the same time, if I need something special, there is always supermarkets that you can find the things that you really need.
We travel a lot during the year because we have like a weekly tournament, and we have to adapt very quickly everywhere we go. It's different, every place is different, and I take my physio with me, and he's doing a good massage.
It is tough when you travel around the world to get the proper nutrition, and with the time it takes to travel as well, it's hard to sometimes get your proper fitness done and your proper training. But it's just something that you have to manage, and all the girls have to do it on the tour. So for me, it's just, I think time management is very important, and also getting a lot of sleep just helps with jet lag, helps with fatigue and everything. So that would be my key.
Well, there is a nice cool breeze coming through Flushing. It's very, very well welcomed, I must say. Versus earlier today when it was an absolute scorcher, 88 degrees, actually the same temperature it was at 11 p.m. last night when Nadal was playing and had to change his clothes. He was so sweaty. But that is nothing compared to the heat index of social media. So we're gonna take it on over to the social media heat index here at the US Open and show you what the stars are tweeting and posting on Instagram and Facebook. Here's Josh Groban, my would-be boyfriend, maybe one day, who knows? I can only dream and hope. But here he is giving his pre-concert, his pre-match concert, actually. He was singing before the matches at Arthur Ashe yesterday for opening night. He has such a great voice, and he's a huge tennis fan. He actually used to play tennis. There's a great video, if you check out usopen.org, of him trying to be a ball boy. It's very funny. And moving right along, we also have Martina Hingis and her doubles partner, Mirza Sania. Looking lovely, matching with the flowers. I like it. And moving right along, we also have, coming right up, oh, she's absolutely pumped. Azarenka, she knows what she's doing. This is on Twitter. Little Vine video right here for you. She's pumped. She knows what's up. And of course, here we go. Mr. Train, he's rolling along. Federer just knows what's up. The Federer Express is rolling. The Maestro takes the first set in just 22 minutes, so he made quick work. 6-1 over Mayer. Awesome. And as well, it wouldn't be a New York event without my captain, number 2, Derek Jeter. Here he is. He's in Mets country, though. He came from the Bronx, and he came to Queens, and he came to play. So here he is looking oh so cool in those black aviators. And he actually got to say hi to a little buddy of his, Caroline Wozniacki, looking good. And it looks like they're in a suite. They have the good life. Very nice. All right, and coming right up, today is only day 2 of the 2-week US Open. And of course, we've got some fans out here. You having fun? You having a good time? Am I on your video right now? From Venezuela. We've got fans from all over the place. Well, if you're at home watching the US Open, what are you doing at home? Get on the 7 train, take an Uber, take a cab, take an Uber chopper, whatever you gotta do. Get out here to the US Open. Fans from all over the world. You have no excuse. But when you do come out here, we've got some great tips on how to have the best time out here. So we asked Sports Illustrated's John Wertheim for some insider tips when you're coming to the Open. Check it out.
Hey everyone, John Wertheim here from Tennis Channel and Sports Illustrated. I've been coming to the US Open for almost 15 years. Seems like each time you come here, you pick up a few new tips. I'll share a couple of them with you. Number one, check out the practice courts. It's a great place to watch the stars up close and in person. On ground level, you can see the ball as it leaves their racket. It's like being in a batting cage. Great little place to watch your favorite stars, even if you can't go on the big courts. Speaking of which, don't worry about the big courts. Go to the outer courts. Go to court 17, for instance. Intimate play, seats 2,500. Great place to watch a tennis match, really get a feel for the sport. If you're coming out here from Manhattan, you can always take the 7 train. Another tip though, Long Island Railroad. Trains leave 4 times an hour from Penn Station. Takes about 12, 13 minutes. Great way to get out here. If you're on Louis Armstrong, that's a great court, but go up to the top and take a peek at the grandstand court. Grandstand history of great matches. Great place to watch the grandstand is from the grandstand, but if you're not there, you can also watch it from the top of Louis Armstrong. Also walk around Corona Park. It's just behind the south gate. People come, they park, they go. They're missing one of the great parks of New York. You really get a flavor for the city. You'll see cricket in one corner, soccer in another, polo in the third. Great place to just spend some time walking around New York. Finally, stay late. One of the great perks of coming to a tennis tournament, they don't kick you out after the 9th inning. Your match is over, you can always walk around, get here early, and you can stay sometimes 10 hours. So don't worry if your match is over, keep walking around. Stay here as late as you want. No one will kick you out until they have to.
And now it's time for 15 Love. And tonight, special correspondent Nick McCarville caught up with Garbina Muguruza.
All right, well, we're looking forward to having you play some 15 Love. They're hard-hitting, fast questions. How do you think you're going to do?
Good. Very good.
All right, let's try it out. Garbina
Yes.
Muguruza,
Okay.
let's play 15 Love. Where did you win your first professional tennis match?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? All right, next one. Name 2 current left-handed players.
Safarova, Vitova.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream.
What is your favorite place to visit in New York?
The malls.
How many hours do you like to sleep before a match?
Like 8.
Use one word to describe the atmosphere of the U.S. Open.
Flashy.
Who is the funniest player on tour?
Serena.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
A bear.
What's your least favorite food?
Fish.
Fish. What is the greatest match you've ever watched?
Ever watch? Wawrinka, Djokovic.
Which celebrity would be your dream doubles partner?
John Travolta.
Complete this sentence. I'll never play a match without.
Visor.
Favorite tennis fashion accessory?
Earrings.
What's your favorite TV show?
Ellen.
And what's your go-to karaoke song?
Macarena.
The Macarena.
Yes.
Nice. Clock stops there for Garbine. Well done. Now we can shave 10 seconds. 10 seconds off your time if you can sing us a little bit of that Macarena
Oh my
song.
God. Okay. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle.
Hey, Macarena. Hey.
All right, it is game time here on BTB. I've got Erica and I've got Alfred here. How you guys doing tonight?
Great. Excited for
Yeah,
tennis.
doing well, thank you.
I heard you met in the cocktail line.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And I know her, by the way.
You know
so
her?
I won't give her any advantage. We did Teach Her America together.
Okay, all right. So, where are you from?
I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, but I've lived in New York for 14 years.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm originally from Chicopee, Massachusetts. I live in Astoria, Queens.
Oh,
Nice.
local boy. All right. You guys ready to play?
Sure.
Okay. So here we go.
All right, so this is what we're doing. We got a spelling bee for you guys, all right? So we're gonna give you a name. You're gonna have to try to spell it. We've got a very easy player's name selected, so I'm sure this will be no problem at all for them. And whoever does best, let's just say, will win an amazing prize from Weston.
All right, so here we go. The player's name is Garbina Muguruza.
Super easy.
So who would like to go first?
Alfred would like to go first.
First
Oh,
name,
she's deferring. All right, Alfred.
First name and last
First
name?
and last name, yes.
Okay. Her first name is Garbin, or the Enye in Spanish, E.
Oh no.
Okay. Her last name, M-U-G. U-R-U-Z-A.
All right, we're not going to tell you if you got it yet, because we're going to give you a chance.
We're going to give you a chance.
Okay, please repeat the whole name.
Garbina Muguruza.
Garbina, G-A-R-B, Garbina. I-N with an N-Y-A.
Where do we find you guys?
And what's the last name?
Muguruza.
Mugabuza. M-U-G-A-B-U-Z-A.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect, Miss Erica.
That means our winner right here, the
Alfred,
champion.
you were correct.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Amazing gift from Weston. But you guys both were great players. By the way, I didn't think either one of you would come close to spelling that name. So you missed it by one letter. That was pretty good. Yeah.
In the last name?
And I think he's a ringer when he started busting out with the NYAs and stuff. So
I copied him
I don't know
once I
where
heard
we
the
got him
NYA.
from.
All right, Erica and Alfred, congratulations. Thank you so
guys
much
so
for
much.
playing. Enjoy the rest of the Open.
Enjoy the Open. All right, take care, guys. Head on that way.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, so tonight at the Open, so much going on, amazing matches. First of all, the first match is Nick Kyrgios versus number 3, Andy Murray. This is an exciting match. I think Andy Murray is going to be dispatching with Kyrgios quickly, but a lot of excitement around this. He's the new bad boy in tennis. And then, of course, on the women's side, number 5 ranked Petra Kvitova versus Laura Sigmund of Germany. And Petra's one of the ones people think will give Serena Williams a hard time, but first she's got to get through this first round match. Today is the last day of round 1. Tomorrow's round 2. Serena Williams will be back in action, but so much excitement already here at the US Open and 2 great matches tonight.
Absolutely. Who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Murray. I think he's great. I hope he dispatches with Kyrgios as fast as possible because we want the attention on the players who are doing the right things.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of BTB.